Welcome back. I'm going to caveat this video just right off the bat. I think having toilet paper is important. Shoot. I mean, we have toilet paper here on hand. Obviously, this is the Kirkland brand. We buy, the 30 pack of toilet paper there at Costco, and I think it's a good idea to have toilet paper on hand. But like anything else, I don't advocate for stockpile and hoarding. I think there are more efficient ways to go about it. But yes, we have a healthy amount. Now, then again, we are not trying to, supply, an army here of people, of course. But I'd say we have a modest, maybe 3 months of toilet paper. That being said, I don't understand why people feel the need to stockpile and hoard it and do that. I don't get it. Maybe somebody that is of that mindset could explain it to me. I just don't see how it's that big of a deal personally. Now, with that being said, do I think it's important to have good hygiene and all those other things? Yes, and I think we can accomplish that without going off the deep end and stockpile and hoarding. And here's the thing that people have to realize, and I'm coming from a place of I like to be as not dependent on the system as possible. That's my overall take. I don't care what other people do, because if what you're doing is causing me problems, it's a me problem I got to figure out, right? It kind of comes down to the, how I view food. Your food purchasing abilities should have zero impact on how and when I feed my family. That's just how I feel. If you are making decisions in the marketplace that are affecting me, I got a me problem that I got to figure out. That's how I go about most situations. Pretty much every situation. That's how I like to at least think about it. So, with that being said, we realize why we are experiencing this paper product shortage, right? You have preppers that go off and stockpile and hoard paper products, right? Whether that be paper towels, toilet paper, things like that. Then non-preppers catch on to that trend and then they start doing it. And once they start doing it, then we start to see big shifts in the just-in-time supply system. And then we see what we would consider to be scarcity on paper products. Is there a real scarcity? No. Is there any real facts that would make me believe that there's a paper shortage? No. What's going on is people are attacking, more or less, the just-in-time supply system, and it's causing artificial shortages. That's just the truth of the reality that we find ourselves. And that's fine. But me, it's not going to change how I go about buying my toilet paper. I'm going to buy it as I need it, right? So if I'm starting to run low on toilet paper, all right, well, we only have a month's left toilet paper or whatever. Time to go buy another 30 pack, and that'll last us, like I said, we're not trying to equip the army here. So that'll last us, ever, a couple months. And that's how I look at it. Now, with that being said, there is hygiene is important, and I take that with the utmost seriousness. But I can take that with the utmost seriousness and not be flamboyant or worried about the just-in-time supply chain when it comes to toilet paper, okay? So we know what causes a shortage. People that are preppers buy a shit ton of toilet paper, non-preppers catch on to that, and it's a vicious cycle. So I can be that guy that's like, you know what? I'm down to 30 rolls of toilet paper. It's time to go to Costco and buy 1,000 rolls, bro. Time to just wipe them out, man. I got to have it for years. I could do that, but that's going to cost me some money, right? And average toilet paper is about $1 a roll, depending on where you get it. If you can get it in bulk sale, it's probably a little less, but it's about $1 a roll. So I could go spend a G on 1,000 rolls of toilet paper and have all this toilet paper in case the end of times happens, the economic collapse without rule of law, shit hits the fan, Tiawaki, hashtag all the crazy shit, right? Or I can be logical and efficient in my thinking. And so we're getting some stuff ready for winter. Winter time's coming. As you can see, it's cold outside. I'm starting to get some of the more warmer weather stuff. Anyway, as I'm going through, some of my clothing articles, I found some stuff that I'm just not going to wear anymore. This is a great example. It has a hole in it. You know, so these are really nice pajama bottoms, right? But they have a hole in it, so I'm not gonna wear them anymore. And we got a t-shirt right here, as you can see, it's been a work shirt. It's clean, but it has some, some stains, some wear. Even has a bleach stain here on the back somewhere. Yeah, so we're not gonna wear that anymore. Here's an old pink shirt, has holes in it. It's old, same thing. Not gonna wear that anymore. And then we have an old military shirt. Be honest with you, it definitely doesn't fit me. It's a small, so I don't think it's ever fit me. It looks pretty new, but yeah, I don't know how I got that. Never been able to fit in a small, but don't need it. So what can I do? Now I can throw this stuff away. I could give it away for charity. There's a whole bunch of things, but with COVID going on, there's not any places that are really taking stuff like that, at least not anywhere close in our area. So what I'm going to do, some arts and crafts. I'm going to make some family cloth. It's called family cloth. I'm going to make some out of this, which is pretty much just reusable toilet paper. Now I know, probably utterly barbaric and disgusting to the average person. I get it. But here's why I'm not worried. Number one, I'm not worried because, yes, I'm going to make family cloth out of this stuff, but I'm never going to use it for that. I'm not. You know why? There's plenty of paper products. And this is going to be around. It is. But let's just say, right, for the sake of our argument, and to not be a hypocritical person and not to be one of hypocrisy, let's say I did believe this was going to happen. Or let's say I'm just prepared. Well, I can do a couple things, right? I can stockpile on this stuff right here. I can stockpile it, right? 1,000 rolls, whatever. I can spend the money. I can hoard supplies. I can stockpile. But what am I doing in that case? If I really believe the collapse is going to happen, I'm just stockpiling. What am I doing? I'm creating a situation for myself where I am liquidating assets. Because eventually, it's going to run out. So, my mind, as somebody who's prepared-minded and who's been prepared-minded their whole life, comes from what makes the most sense, what makes the most common sense, and what's most efficient. Well, my mind is to be a producer, to produce something. So I'm going to produce family cloth that is reusable, and it's free. I mean, free in the sense of, well, I guess this one was issued to me, or was issued to somebody that was small. Anyway, but everything else, yeah, I wore it, I paid for it, I wore it. I don't have a need for it anymore. So I'm going to take things that I have, I'm going to produce them into other things, right? And I'm never going to have to use this because I'm always going to be able to buy toilet paper. But if I can't, in my mind, what makes the most sense is to be a producer. So that's number one. Number two, yes, in the grand scheme of things, having cloth that has poo on it, right? That may not be the most appealing thing. But you know what else is not very appealing? Having that on your body, right? And not being able to clean yourself. So for me, not that bad. And it's very easy to take this and to get it cleaned and to get it sanitized. Personally, I have a big, I don't know if you call it a cauldron or whatever. It's this big metal container, right? That has handles that are drilled on both sides. And I fill that with water, and I can put anything in there, and it goes outside, and I can boil it up. I can put all this stuff in there. I actually might show you that in a future video, not with actual soiled stuff, but it's really good to have. So I fill this cauldron, I fill it with water, I get it to a boil, I throw the yucky family cloth in there, let it boil for however long I want, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever suits me at the time. And then I can take it out and I can put it in my normal washer and dryer. I also have a 12 amp, not 12 amp, but a 12 volt washer and dryer that I use for my RV that I can wash clothes with. There's a video that I have of that. So there are definitely options. But hygiene is something you're going to have to think about, right? Like I said, I'm not worried about not being able to buy toilet paper. Always going to be able to buy toilet paper. But if I can't, I need to be able to have a way to clean myself and my family to have a way to clean themselves. And this is a very easy, very efficient way to do it. Like I said, you can be scared and you can take this approach of I'm going to hoard and stockpile and liquidate assets, or you can have a different mindset of accomplishment, of success, of being a producer. Because at the end of the day, if you're really in a collapse situation, it's not going to matter. You're not going to care. Because at the end of the day, in a total collapse situation, you are trying to survive the encounter, right? So if you have to wash some cloth that has poo on it, that's what you're going to do. You know what I mean? I mean, in reality, what are people going to do when they run out of toilet paper? They're going to use cloth anyway, or they're going to go, if they still have power and water, they're going to go from, the toilet directly into the shower, and they're going to clean themselves, right? These are just things that people are going to do, right? Mankind has existed without toilet paper in the past. And to be quite honest, this is probably going to be a lot softer than my Charmin anyway. I'm just saying, the stuff's it's used, it's worn out, it's pretty comfortable. So, especially these PJ bottoms, it would be way more comfortable to use that than use toilet paper anyway. But, like I said, I'm not worried about having to use this. Am I going to cut up some squares, though? I am. I'm going to put them in a box, out of sight, out of mind. And if I ever need them, boom, they're there. Am I worried about it? No, I'm really not. But I encourage you guys. You guys are going to look at preparedness the way you guys look at it. All I would ask of you, right, is just challenge. Don't do anything. Just challenge your mind. Think of, is there a way that's more efficient? Is there a way that puts me in a force multiplier situation? Don't think of preparedness from a consumer standpoint. Think of preparedness from a producer standpoint. Don't think about, I need to stockpile up and buy things to be prepared. Think, how can I produce the thing that makes me insecure, right? So, for me, the way I look at preparedness and why I continue to look at preparedness, I don't know you. I don't know everybody that's watching this video. But if there is something that you're doing in the free market that's literally going to cause me strife, I got a me problem, okay? I do. I got a me problem. Because I should not be that dependent upon any system. To where never met you before, I have no idea who you are, but the fact that you're stockpiling something is going to cause detriment to me. That's a me problem that I need to figure out and fix, right? Same thing with food. I don't care how much food you're buying in the city, you can stockpile all the food in the grocery store. I don't care, because I shouldn't be dependent upon that to feed me and my family. I don't know you, I've never met you before, but your free market applications should not affect my preparedness. And if it is, I need to remedy that. And I need to do it with a sense of urgency. So, I highly encourage you guys to take a look at that. Tell me what your thoughts are in the description box or in the comment section below. Like I said, guys, I'm sure we all have clothes that we need to probably retire. So think about it. Think about making some family cloth. And disinfecting this stuff. Like I said, it's super easy. Bring water to a boil, throw it in there, especially if you have an outside setup. Super easy. Washer, dryer, all these things we have. So yeah, and if you don't have, clothing that needs to be retired, there's so many different options you can look at. You can even buy this stuff online. They have specially made family cloth online that you could buy that's reusable. Like I said, people have been doing this for hundreds of years. Before they had disposable diapers and stuff, you have cloth diapers that people use to swaddle children, just to, for children and stuff like that. So, this is not a new concept. So hygiene is important. Like I said, I'm not worried about it. You're always gonna be able to buy tissue paper. It's gonna come back online. If it's not, it will. But if you truly believe that, everything's gonna go to hell, try to put yourself in a situation where you're not liquidating assets, but you're producing assets. So that's all I have for you guys today. Like I said, let me know what your feelings are in the comment section below. And don't be afraid, guys. Don't worry. There's plenty of trees to go around. So hope you guys like the video, and as always, long live the Republic. Trust me, there's tons of wood out there, guys. The forest is not going to run low on trees anytime soon. Believe me, there's lots of forest out there. We're not running low on trees. Everywhere the eye can see, there are trees. Lots and lots of trees.
So take a deep breath, relax, and remember, long live the Republic.